This is a miracle that I have, I'm about ready to cry, 30 years of sobriety when I knew what I was before. You know, I drink it by the gallon. You know, whiskey. I wasn't picky. I remember drinking. What the heck did I drink one time? Oh, Listerine. Yeah. I went out. Grabbed this. I thought I had a bottle hidden in the garage. So my wife took off for work. So I boogied out to the garage. I didn't have nothing. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. The liquor store don't open till 9. So I thought, and I'm going through the DTs, and I got to go to work. So I just guzzled some Listerine, took away the DTs. You know, I had the freshest breath of a drunk in Wisconsin. Yeah. My name is Chuck McDowell. I'm 73 years old, and I'm a recovering alcoholic. I still struggle with pride and alcohol. My journey starts when I was about 14 years old, and I used to have a beer here and there, and got into high school, started going to Grassers, and started drinking a lot in high school, even though I was working full time, and then I got into college, and I was working days, going to night school, and going to the bar after class, and it finally developed into where I couldn't go without it. When I couldn't find alcohol I needed, when I really needed it, I would do anything for it. It was a craving that I just had to give into. And I got married. I was hiding it from my wife. I was hiding it from my parents. I was hiding it from people I worked with in business. And I was living a lie. And I finally hit bottom. There was numerous times where I drove drunk, and I could have killed somebody, and God spared me. Can I look back at times in my life where God was working, and I remember a time I was going to work in the morning, and I was driving along a 2-lane state highway, and I had a few. This is 7 o'clock in the morning, and I had already had a few drinks, and I got to work, and after a couple hours at work, the chief of police showed up at my office and wanted to talk to me, and apparently he stated that another motorist said I drove them off the road, and I said, no, I did not. A lie right there. And I got to the point where the lies, you couldn't keep track of them anymore. And I would pretty much stay to myself. I would leave the house, leave my wife home alone, and go to the liquor store, go to the bar. It first started affecting my marriage when I was really, I got addicted. My wife drank with me, but not as heavily. For the longest time too, and even when we'd go out to dinner, we would both have a couple drinks here, a couple drinks there, but I had a couple drinks right before I went. My wife drinking with me did enable me, and it just got worse and worse and worse. And I came home one night, and Linda's not like this. I came in the side door of the house, and she knew I was drunk, and she pushed me back out of the doorway and pushed me into one of our cars. And I'm sorry I put her in a position like that, because she really felt bad about it. When I came out of treatment, she totally quit to help me along. The first rehab center I went to, I was drinking a lot. On a weekend, I would probably, on a Saturday, I could put down a good half gallon of booze. And knew I had a problem, and I went to Hazelden in Center City, Minnesota for 30 days. Hazelden, the first night I was in there, I was in a ward with other people that were coming in, also being in. And I remember a gentleman coming off of heroin. He just screamed all night. And I got to my unit after the first night. I was pretty much doing okay. My father flew up from Florida and talked to my counselor. My wife came, and Hazelden. That one Hazelden is more like a country club, and I remember there was one gentleman that hid booze out on the trail, and would go out and drink out there. So, anyways, I had driven up there myself, and when I got out after 30 days, I could go turn right at the highway back to go back home, or turn left, and I turned left and went into Center City, Minnesota, and purchased a bottle for the ride back. And then about 6 months later, I stayed off it. I relapsed, so I went to St. Mary's Hospital in Minneapolis. It was a relapse program. I was getting worried about my health. I was down to, I weighed at one time 220, and I was down to about 140. So I was skin and bones, and I was thrown in the hospital, and doctor came up to me, put his finger on my chest, and said, "Chuck, you don't quit what you're doing, I'll give you 4 months to live." And that really hit me hard. I made the decision right then and there that I was going to stop. And with the help of Jesus, I would stop. I went to 3 treatment centers. The last one was a 4-month visit. And I had always believed in Jesus. I'd gotten far away from Jesus. And I was fortunate enough to be in a treatment facility that had a full-time chaplain. The chaplain was a younger guy. I'm sorry, I forgot his name, but we started talking, and I just blurted everything out to him, and he said, "Do you want to accept Jesus?" And I said, "Yes." We prayed, and I came back to Jesus. It's ironic, at the same time, my wife started going to a fellowship, and she came to Jesus too. So when I got out, it was a miracle. It was a miracle. I'm forever grateful for what he did for me. And I'll never forget it. I'll just never forget it. My relationship with Jesus since that moment hasn't been all warm and fuzzy. It's a love it's like it's a father's love, and I know when I should be disciplined, and I accept that discipline from him. I fail, I get up, I try it again, and I'm not by any means a perfect Christian. There's a reason why I'm still here, and God's showing me I can help other people. Well, I started with Bedford Alliance Recovery right at the inception of it. When I think of the principles of recovery, I think of the one that grabbed me and is helping me a lot is taking a personal inventory. It's hard to take a personal inventory when you have a lot of pride because you don't want to admit that you're that kind of person. But in reality, you are. I've got a compassion to work with other drunks, and I can see even now. I never took any street drugs or anything like that, but I see the pain and agony that people go through with these street drugs, and I know it's different than alcohol, but a lot of it's the same. And if I can help them, that's what I want to do. Through my life, I was once a drunk. Now, Jesus has redeemed me, and I want to bring the good news to other people. I know it. I've been through it. I know it can be done, and I want to help other people out that are in the same situation I was in, and bring the glory to Jesus. If you feel that rehab doesn't work, I would beg to differ with you, and there is hope. There's always hope with Jesus.